just keeping the positive energy, kind of recommitting. You got games left to kind of, end with a bang. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really frustrating at this point to see, how many. We've had a lot of tough games and a lot of scenarios that we're right on the line between doing really well or really bad, and if those little things, I wouldn't say bad, but just things not going in our way, So it's really frustrating, especially with all the talent that we have on this team, that things really haven't gone our way in some situations. But, I mean, we still got 3 games left or 4 games, and, I mean, we got to just play our hardest. I mean, this is, getting morale back up for next season, just coming together more as a team and really just getting back to that fierceness that you saw against Texas and North Texas, U of H, it's just we need to be more consistent. And I think that's kind of, we got to focus on those little things that have kind of been just gathering, snowballing into big things that have been hurting us.
Coach always talks about Rice not beating Rice, and obviously this past weekend that's exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But as a group of players, how do y'all kind of get together and hold each other accountable? Because I know in the beginning of the season that's what was talked about a lot, is holding each other accountable.
Well, I mean, Coach is a good guy. He likes to try to put the blame on him, but honestly, I think he's doing a great job, and I think it's people just need to buy in to what he's giving us, because if we all buy in, then we'll all be on the same page. And I just think it's kind of, I mean, our record doesn't really tell the story of the season. I mean, we've played hard, all the effort's there, and like Coach said, it's just these little things, not finishing, not making plays, and you got to, kind of take the emphasis off the coaching and put it on yourself. Like, look at, well, why aren't we making these plays? Why didn't I make this play? I was coached how to do that. Or, even speaking for myself, I could have done a lot of things better, or maybe practice harder at times. And I think, now I'm coming toward the end of my 3rd year. And I remember when I got here, I was like, oh, I have time to do that, and I'll work harder then. And it's like, you got to tell these younger guys, like, man, I was like this, and I'm almost done with college, so you got to really get on board, And it's hard to convey that to the younger guys when they feel like they have a lifetime ahead of them, but it's really just, a flash in time.
You mentioned that guys have to buy into the coaching. Do you encounter resistance? Are you encountering resistance to guys buying into coaching? Is that what you're suggesting?
I wouldn't say, resistance as in, like, I don't want to buy into what he's saying. I just think it's like kind of a lack of experience to a certain degree, because you don't realize how much more you can push yourself, And I think, like tough off seasons and stuff like that can do that. But when you look at the record, then put that with inexperience, people are that's just gonna keep building, and they're gonna, you see kind of the faces go down, and people kind of like down spirited, and we're trying to pick them back up, but it's tough because, those things kind of keep just, kind of nipping at our heels, and that's kind of what's slowing us down. But I can really, I'm trying to tell them, like, look, things will come together. I mean, look around you, like, we're beating ourselves, and in a way that is frustrating, but it's better than teams just coming and crushing us, like if we had no talent, So I guess it's just, I mean, there's going to be a huge senior class next year. I think it's going to be the biggest one we've ever had. So that'll be a lot of help because, there's going to be more older guys. I mean, words only go so far. It's by example,
So does it start now, John, in terms of wrangling control of this program and, as Baylor said, not letting the losing attitude set in? I mean, you guys have 3 games left and a pivotal offseason going into a senior week where you have a lot of senior class leadership. I mean, do you have to get that process started now?
Of course, and we're kind of in the same situation we were last year. It's almost, but we're so much more developed. We're stronger, we're faster, we're smarter, and it's just, people are like, oh, here it goes again. And you got to, like, I got to sort that out right when I see it and be like, like that's what's killing. I would say, if anything, it's that kind of attitude. We can't have that. And coaches always say to be a leader, it's not about popularity and this and that. And it's tough because I don't want to get on my teammates and stuff. But as I get older, I realize like that's what's got to happen because those older guys got on me when I was younger, and I remember I kind of resented them. But now I realize like it's going to be my last season. Like if you're not going to do it for you, do it for me.
Is that what you guys had in 2008? A lot of gritty experienced
Exactly.
on that squad. Do you have to emulate that so much?
Right, because that was a huge senior class, and if you look at it, I mean, even going beyond the coaches, because coaches are supposed to get on you, and you might shrug that off, but if players get on you, then it's like we're holding each other accountable, so it goes a lot further, and it's like you see the passion of that person and realize, like, man, like, I don't want to let him down. Those older guys like JD, Chase, and they were pretty tough with us, and James, and but that's how it has to be, and I just think it's kind of hard because it's kind of almost a 50-50 split between experience and inexperience, but when you get that at a higher level, then the little guys, the young guys, they really don't have a choice,